Welcome back to the channel. And I'm just thinking about, sometimes you just think about life. I was sitting and I was thinking. I was like, look how far it came, look how far it made it, even from 2019, even from, 2018 when I first started YouTube, and, when I lost my little nigga, it's like they kind of, made me think a little bit different, when I lost my little nigga, R.P. Scooby, when I lost him at 19, things was dead, but when everything was said and done, when my little nigga got justice, and everything was said and done, I started having a different look. Like, I started cutting a lot of street ties, and like, fuck that shit. I done lost one of the closest niggas to me. It's forever fuck the other side. But I had lost one of the closest niggas to me. And, he just hit different. Y'all want to talk. And, just looking back on everything from when I was a kid, cause I started a lot of this shit when I was a kid, and been doing this shit, did this street shit, I been did it, I just said, fuck it, did other things in my life, but I always diverted back to the street side, but when I lost my little nigga, that hit different. A couple of y'all might remember that, cause, I had did a video on that the day of the funeral, and I personally got his grandma number and called her. I started calling her, and I was like, look, make me a pallbearer, I said it till the wheels come off, I got you until the wheels come off, and I meant that. I carry his casket over to the hearse, he was eventually, he was cremated, but, I said until the wheels come off, until the wheels came off his casket, and, it was just like, it was like that shit hit different, and no matter if my little nigga was right or wrong, I was like, fuck it, we slide on motherfuckers, and it was vice versa, I called him on a lot of things I needed help on, he came and we took care of that shit, and he called me on a lot of shit he needed help on. I showed up and we took care of that shit, and it was just the whole point, like, that shit hurt to the core, when that nigga killed my little nigga, and killed my homie, that shit hurt to the core. Man, go off, what the fuck? And it was just like, then, when he got justice, when he did get justice months later, I was like, okay, it's time to cut the street ties. I seen they go Crown Vic, I don't know if the camera caught it, picked it up. But, I seen a nigga in the gas station like 2 weeks ago. He was like, damn, nigga, you went to school and everything, man, you forgot about us, you don't even fuck with us no more. I'm like, bro, y'all just ain't even get high with y'all. Y'all just want to be on the block all day getting high. Me, I ain't into that shit, Yeah, like, nigga, you changed ass since Scooby left. You damn right I changed, nigga. Cause that hurt. You lose one of your closest niggas, that hurt. I cried about that shit for a minute. Cause that shit really broke me, And it's like, I post them, talk about them, shit like that. It's just like, man, you know, a lot of shit that I go through now. Like when I was having trouble with one of my classes a few classes ago, it's like out of nowhere I just heard them say, man, keep going, big homie, keep going. You know, we said we was gonna get out the hood. We done did all type of shit in the hood. I'm not finna elaborate on it, but you know, I'm not finna, you know, speak on that. But one thing we said we didn't want to do was end in the hood. You know, stay in the hood, die in the hood. You know, he ended up dying in the hood. You know, I'm trying to make it out the hood. And it's just like, you know, we just try to get on that shit. Like, that's why I get up every day. That's why I do the things that I do. That's why I go get the shit that I go get. You know, I do my shit so I can get the fuck up out the hood. Cause fuck the hood. The streets don't love you. They just take you away from the people who do. You know, don't get me wrong, I'ma always be a hood nigga, you know. I'ma be that type of nigga you can take out the hood, but you can't take the hood out of them. You know, I'm that type of person. You know, but as far as, you know, that other shit, man, fuck that shit. You know, like that shit. You know, and since he left, you know, that shit really made me look at shit a lot different. You know, it made me look at shit even more different. Cause when I had my daughter, I started looking at shit a lot different. Started giving second thoughts to shit. And since my little nigga left, you know, now I get third thoughts to shit. You know. But you know, I'ma do this shit. I'ma do this shit for me, my girls, my little niggas. You know, all the niggas I grew up with in the hood. We all trying to do the same shit. My right hand man into his shit. He into properties and shit. He buying properties, you know. Getting that money, trying to get the fuck out the hood. You know, that's the goal we said when we was kids, was to get out the hood. You know, we been saying that shit since we was like 11, 12 years old. You know. And I seen the first time I seen a nigga get shot, I was like 9 years old. When I seen my first murder, I was like 11. And I turned around and went home and kept my mouth shut. Cause you already know how the rules of the streets go, no snitching. You know, I seen that nigga get shot in the back of the head and the bullet came out his eye. You know. But, yeah, so the goal is to get out the hood. Get out the hood and live, you know. I always come back to the hood because I can't forget where I came from. I don't give a fuck if I move out to LA. I don't give a fuck if I become rich as Bill Gates and move out to LA and shit. I'ma still come back to Chicago, you know, cause why? Cause they're my own, they're where I grew up at, they're where I'm born and raised. I'm from the hood. I ain't gonna never forget where I came from. Can't never forget it, you know, cause the hood helped me. You know, the hood taught me a lot of shit. The hood taught me survival. The hood, one thing the hood did do, it taught me a lot of shit. And I'm glad I ain't no motherfucker that's from a gated ass community, cause I'll probably be dead because, you know, the motherfuckers in the gated ass community, they talk to snitch and everything. You know, they talk to not mind their own business, being everybody's business. Well, when you brought up in the hood, you know, you talk to mind your own business. Keep your mouth shut. You know, let shit be, you know. So anyways, I'll catch y'all in the next video. As always, like, comment, subscribe.